All right, these are the live visuals coming in from outside Tunisha's residence, and currently her mortal remains are being taken away for the last rites. So the last rites are going to be performed shortly, and this comes at a time that investigations are on in full swing with regards to the allegations being leveled by the families and against accused in the case, also her ex-partner Sheezan Khan. Let me go across to Shivani joining us with more details. Shivani, these are pictures of the last rites to be performed shortly. What can you tell us?
Well, yes, of course, here there are multiple people, the friends from the industry of Tunisha have started arriving, and Sanjay Ranjit will be giving you the glimpses as to what is exactly happening at the residence of Tunisha. In fact, the uncle of Tunisha and her neighbor, those who went to the mortuary nearby to get Tunisha's mortal remains, have left the mortuary and will be arriving here at her residence in 5 to 6 minutes shortly. Already many people, many actors like Ashnur Kaur and Shivin Narang, those who worked with her, Vishal Jetwa, all of these people have worked with Tunisha at some point of time, and they have already started coming here. As you can see, that particular ambulance has been decorated with flowers, and more people from the industry, especially from the sets that she worked with in many shows like Ashoka, Internet Wala Love, all of those co-actors, her assistant directors, her makeup artists, they have started gathering here. And as you can see through the visuals also, there are few people, those are waiting outside are her cousins and the friends from industry. So yes, of course, we can say that by 3 o'clock we can expect Tunisha's mortal remains to be brought in here at her residence in Mira Road, and then the final rites will begin. Pujaris have already arrived, and as we are seeing that one after another people have started gathering out here in the society. And yes, of course, the 3 to 5 is what the time that has been informed by the pujaris that the final rituals will be taking place as per the Murat, because before the sunset final rites has to be taken place here amongst the presence of all the family members. But as at the moment of time, Tunisha's mother especially is not in her conscious to conduct the final rites. And yes, of course, given the understand that uncle is someone who is handling everything at the moment of time inside her residence.
Okay, so her mortal remains being taken to her residence. Shortly they'll be arriving at the residence. You've also been telling us several of her friends and co-actors are already present there to pay her their last respects. Have you been able to speak to some of them, Shivani?
Well, yes, we tried speaking to Shivin Narang and Ashnur Kaur and also Vishal Jetwa. They just said that they have come to see Tunisha for the last time, and they very well know how sweet, humble, kind and very sensitive she was, and that is why it is becoming very important for them to meet the family, especially because they say that none of us could ever think that Tunisha will ever take any such case, any such action on herself, because she was very sensitive with regards to not only her emotion but also with regards to how if she used to get hurt, even through makeup reaction will also sometimes used to eat her so much that she used to work and shoot without makeup as well. That is how careful she was about her own self, and that is why people say that it is very unfortunate to even know that what exactly has transpired, because she was very young actor and had multiple things, multiple projects on her plate that she was planning about. She also wanted to do several music videos in future, just like her other co-actors and friends from the industry were doing, and that is why she had those big plans as any aspiring actor in the industry, with regards to from turning from daily soap to web series and going into other projects as well. And yes, of course, understanding the fact that all of them are yet shocked, but yes, the interesting part is that none of them really know the reason of the breakup that took place between her and Sheezan, and most of them really didn't know. As you can see, the first visuals on your screen, these is the particular ambulance in which mortal remains of Tunisha has been brought in. And here his uncle and neighbor has assisted Tunisha's uncle. Sanjeev Kumar is the neighbor who has been helpful to the family at this moment of time, and this is the ambulance where you can see inside also there are some of the relatives of Tunisha. Those have joined the family at this point of time, and understanding one thing that they all say that they are already in delay because of her mother not being in consciousness, and that is why now they will be moving ahead with the final rites as given the time 3 o'clock it is supposed to start, and at sharp around 3 o'clock the mortal remains have come here. As of now they are saying that earlier when now they will be heading into the residence of Tunisha, her aunt, her mother, her cousins and the close friends from industry, those have gathered here, will be taking the last glimpse, last respect will be paid to Tunisha, and then the final rituals as per Hindu culture will be beginning, and around 5 o'clock this rituals will get over, and then they will be moving here from the residence in Mira Road to the cremation ground, which is 10 minutes away from this residence, where we are also expected that more friends will also be joining in. There are many friends of Tunisha, those who are very close to her but couldn't come to this spot at the moment of time, but they have also said that they are very sorry, and it is unfortunate to see Tunisha taking any such step, because she has also been very close to many friends in the past as well, but things used to hurt her emotionally with regards to talking to her friends, those co-actors, those who have worked with her in the past as well. They also clearly say that there were times, there were ups and downs in her life as well, but at that time also she was very well connected to selective friends and also to her mother, and that kept her going, and that kept her motivated to work ahead, and that is why disturbance in her personal life is something that has always broken her in the past emotionally as well. But yes, of course, hurting her so much is something that none of them expected.
And Shivani, like you rightly said, the uncle of Tunisha actually assuming a very important role in terms of seeing through the rites and rituals before her cremation. He was there in the ambulance that was eventually brought to Tunisha's residence in Mira Road, and like Shivani told us, the crematorium is about a 10-minute distance from her residence in Mira Road. Shivani, just give us a sense of the atmosphere around you, not just some friends and relatives of Tunisha present, but of course residents of the society and several other bystanders also present at or the premises of the residence. Everyone, of course, in a state of shock after what's happened.
Well, yes, of course, as you go and as you see the car that particularly went inside belongs to Tunisha's family, and as you see earlier also there were some neighbors, those had gathered here to take the last glimpse of the actress, but as of now when the mortal remains have arrived here, they have all went inside to meet the family, to pay their last tribute, the last respect and condolences to the family. At the moment as we go ahead, and as we see that not only this but entire media nationwide, especially the people from entertainment industry are here, and also there are people, those have just heard, those who just got to know that this particular actress stays around here, and Sanjay Ranjit will be giving you a glimpse of 360 degree as to show that there are several people, those have just gathered. Most of them did not really know whether Tunisha stayed here or not, but now when they see our cameras, now when they get to see that what exactly is happening around, then of course there is a shock amongst the people, not because Tunisha was a known actress, but to see that how young she was, how many shows that she has done in past. Just at the age of 20, she had worked in over 5 to 6 daily soaps, which is not a smaller thing for any such struggling actor to be said. And in fact, knowing Tunisha very personally, I myself understand that how hardworking she has always been. Whatever the circumstances have arrived on the sets as well, whenever she was sick, she was keeping unwell at that time also, she used to make sure that her scenes get completed. It doesn't affect the production, it doesn't affect the shoots, and that is why she used to be very dedicated towards her work, which always kept her getting more work and keeping close to the people in the industry.
Absolutely, Shivani. Now, even as, of course, you're bringing us all the coverage in the build-up to the cremation of Tunisha Sharma, and the cremation is expected to take place anytime between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. The body has just been brought to the residence of Tunisha in Mira Road. There's parallelly, of course, an investigation undergoing on the part of the Vasai police, which has been interrogating Sheezan Khan, who's been accused by Tunisha's mother for alleged abetment to suicide. Now, Sheezan Khan Parth and Lavina are in fact being quizzed in 3 different rooms on the part of the Vasai police. They're all co-actors of Tunisha, and this is taking place simultaneously even as Tunisha's mortal remains have been brought to her residence. This investigation, or interrogation rather, has now been continuing for the last 4 hours when it in fact comes to Sheezan, and as far as Parth and Lavina are concerned, the questioning has been on for about an hour so far. Let me once again go back to Shivani. Shivani, of course, lots of developments pertaining to the investigations taking place simultaneously. The co-actors of Tunisha also being quizzed, among others, of course, who were present at the set at the time that the suicide happened.
Well, yes, of course, Parth remains to be one of those actors who worked with both Tunisha and Sheezan, was close to both of them, was friends with both of them, and they always used to party together, work together, have lunch and dinner together, pack up almost at the very same stage and on the set of the serials. And that is why it becomes very important to get a perspective from the co-actors who have worked with both of them to get the aspect as to what was the hierarchy of the relationship, who all were involved in it, who were aware of it. And that is why these co-actors are being questioned, are being quizzed. In fact, Lavina Tandon, who's said to be very close to Tunisha as well, she has worked with Tunisha Sharma in the serial of ZTV, Ishq Subhanallah. They were very close to each other, and of course sharing that particular part, Tunisha used to always tell them as to what all kind of things are going on in her personal life as well. So these are those selective industry friends that Tunisha had met, with whom she used to make sure that she shares her personal life, family life, and also the professional glimpses. And that is why these people are being quizzed. They are being questioned to ask as to what exactly had happened in her life. Was there what was exactly the situation when Sheezan and Tunisha Sharma became friends, and how the relationship was building up. And that is why those are being quizzed at the moment of time in Wali police station. Yesterday also we saw how relatives of Tunisha's family were also quizzed by the police. Now here Sheezan's sister had submitted all the electronic gadgets that Sheezan used to use to get the call detail recording, to get the photos and the chat history of Sheezan with her Tunisha and with other friends that the mother of Tunisha is alleging that Sheezan was in relationship with. So all of those details are being closely tracked by the Wali police station at the moment. In fact, as we already saw, that not only the statement recording is going on, but simultaneously the video recording of all the investigative spots are also being done very closely. Earlier also we have seen that the CCTV footages of the daily soap serial set were collected. In fact, the videography of Sheezan and Tunisha's green room, the makeup room, have also been done, and those rooms are now seized and locked until the investigation gets completed.
In fact, let's also listen into what one of the priests had to say. He's been overseeing the rituals in the build-up to the cremation and the last rites of Tunisha Sharma.
उसमें 3 बजे से 5 बजे का टाइम निश्चित किया गया है। पूरी तैयारियां हो चुकी हैं, हमारी तरफ से पूरी तैयारियां हैं। बस 10 मिनट के अंदर हम पूरी तैयारी यहां कंप्लीट कर लेंगे। उसके बाद जैसा कुछ होगा आप लोगों को जानकारी। वैदिक और पौराणिक दोनों विधि विधानों से अंत्येष्टि कार्यक्रम विधिवत किया जाएगा।
Shivani, coming back to you, this is of course a very difficult time for Tunisha's family. You spoke a short while ago saying that the mother of Tunisha, Vinita, was actually not in a position to speak. She had of course released a public statement calling for the strictest possible punishment against the person she's accused of abetting to suicide, Sheezan. But currently, of course, it's an extremely harrowing time for the family, particularly the mother.
Well, yes, of course, the friends and the family, those who know them in common, are not really reacting much with regards to the relationship build-up between Sheezan and Tunisha, because Tunisha also kept it very reserved, very selectively open to her family and extremely dearest friends of hers. But equally here, we yesterday heard what the statement was given by Mira Road, saying clearly that it is Sheezan who trapped her daughter, used her, cheated her, and later broke up with her, which led to the depression and stress in her life, and which allowed, in fact, somewhere chased Tunisha to take that extreme step, and that is why a strict punishment must be given to Sheezan. He shall not be out of the jail. But she also clearly said that it was Sheezan's family who was clearly aware of what exactly Sheezan was doing.
5 बजे का टाइम किया गया है। 3 बजे से 5 बजे का टाइम निश्चित किया। बजे बुलाया गया था तो हम 2:05 करीब आ गए हैं। तो अभी हम अंदर जाके जैसा शमशान भूमि का हमें अभी नहीं।
आपका नाम क्या है?
राजेश मिश्रा, पावन नगरी अयोध्या धाम से मैं हूँ। और हम लोग
जी पूरी तैयारियां हो
जी पूरी तैयारियां हो चुकी है। हमारी तरफ से पूरी तैयारियां हैं। बस 10 मिनट के अंदर हम पूरी तैयारी यहाँ कंप्लीट कर लेंगे। उसके बाद जैसा कुछ होगा आप लोगों को जानकारी।
पंडित जी, क्योंकि 20 साल की बहुत कम उम्र की लड़की थी।
देखिए हम उसके बारे में कुछ नहीं कहेंगे और हमें उसके बारे में कुछ जानकारी भी नहीं है।
पूजा है जो
जी वो देखिए कार्यक्रम नहीं, उसमें कार्यक्रम ऐसा है कि जो हमारे अंत्येष्टि कार्यक्रम होते हैं वो वैदिक और पौराणिक दोनों विधि विधानों से अंत्येष्टि कार्यक्रम विधिवत किया जाएगा, जिसमें हमारे सहयोगी हरिशंकर त्रिपाठी पंडित जी भी हैं और हम लोग मिलकर के पुनः अच्छी तरीके से पूरा कार्यक्रम करेंगे।
क्या समय दिया गया था?
3 बजे से 5 बजे का टाइम दिया गया है।
जी आप देख सकते हैं